Welcome to Intel on AI, the podcast that connects leaders with listeners. My name is Heather McGuigan, and I am your host. Today's guest is Burhan Sebin. Burhan is a technology executive and community builder who directs artificial intelligence strategy for Emerge Americas, a 20,000 attendee conference and a year round innovation platform headquartered in Miami. As Chief AI Officer, he leads enterprise grade initiatives, shapes responsible AI policy, and is scaling Emerge AI into a global nexus for builders, investors, and policymakers. He is also the founder of Miami AI Hub, the largest AI community in Florida. Burhan, welcome to Intel on AI.
Hey, Heather, thank you so much for having me. Hello from the beautiful Miami.
So, we've got a series of questions today, and I'm going to launch in if you're ready.
I'm ready. I was ready yesterday. Let's do it.
Nicely done. So, Miami AI Hub has become a focal point for innovation in the region. Can you take us back to its beginnings? What was the spark that started it all?
Great. So, when we started Miami AI Hub, they were like all the ingredients were already there. Like talent, the beautiful weather, investment, and we just bring all this together and became a platform to like faster and like foster this innovation hub. So Miami was already booming in terms of technology. Like since COVID, for like 5 years, a lot of people moved from New York, SF, Boston, all other cities to Miami to build a new tech company or like be part of this tech hub. And I'm one of them as well. So I moved from New York to Miami for the same reason, just like 100,000 people. So, but when we first started, it was only like 20, 30 people joining these events. It was the beginning of this AI movement in Miami and in global as well. So now we have over 5,000 people that coming to events, joining the programs, but also they are part of the community here and they believe in Miami and we are sharing the same goal to make Miami as a global AI hub.
So, building an AI ecosystem in Florida sounds like an exciting but complex challenge. What unique opportunities and hurdles have you faced along the way?
In terms of opportunities, Florida is kind of like clean slate. So you don't have complex playbooks or like dictated playbooks to build a community or build AI hub, build as a community in Florida. So we are trying to be as much as creative that as can be and include all the colors of people, all the colors of talent, all the colors of investment types within this playbook. So we are creating the playbook from scratch. So that's one of the opportunities. So one of the great speakers that I heard from in one of the events in Miami last year, that was like that affect me a lot. And it's Miami is permissionless. So like you can do anything you want in any way you want. If you are a builder, you will find your space, you will find your community. I think the biggest opportunity is this and also the people. Like between New York and Miami, I traveled a lot like during that time. So I lived in almost every major city for a month or two, like including LA, SF, Austin, Hawaii, and I end up in Miami and found my community because people are here are so welcoming. I think that's one of the opportunities here. But the challenge is the same, just like any other state, like any other city, because this starting from scratch, from the research institutions, collaborating with universities, building the talent pipeline, and convincing startup founders and investors So how they can use AI, and we have the right tools and enough resources in Miami to help them to build here. That's, I think, the same hurdles in every other state. So I wouldn't add like any other complexity that drive from like being in Miami.
So, how did Emerge Americas get involved with the Miami AI Hub? And what made that partnership a natural
I think
fit?
it was a great fit already. Like it was a natural fit between the partnership between Emerge Americas and then the AI Hub, because like literally I attended every Emerge Americas event since I moved to Miami. It's kind of like big family wedding that you should be there with your all loved ones and the even the relatives you don't want to see. So you have to be there to see and to be seen. So because you're talking about like 25,000 people from 60 countries, all the tech execs, founders are there. Like, and the story, what the founders of Emerge like started Emerge after they stole their data center company. So the Manny Medina, great entrepreneur, and also the father of the CEO and the co-founder Melissa Medina of like Emerge Americas. So he started his own tech company, data center company, when the cloud became a thing, like years ago. And then he sold the company to one of the largest network like Verizon. And then they started together, Emerge Americas, to help other Florida founders to do the same thing. And when we started the AI Hub, like we saw the similar trends. So it was not a cloud trend, but it was an AI trend, and it was transforming all the tech world. So we started the community, and we are sharing the same goals. Like we are trying to make Florida as an AI hub. They were already aiming to build Florida as a tech hub, and we partnered on different projects on the previous years, and then this was a natural end for us, and also the beginning, this new partnership. So now we are trying to, and we are building the bridges between founders and investors, bridge between the companies and the talents to make the same goal happen, make Florida as a tech hub.
How would you describe your mission at Emerge Americas? And what kind of AI future are you working to build?
That's a great question. I mean, I'm gonna kind of repeat myself here because I already said like our goal is like make Miami and Florida as an AI hub. That's kind of biggest part of my mission here. But the feature that I am trying to build with AI, or like how I see it actually, just like all other tech, AI is kind of has two edges. It can be either dystopia or utopia, but it all depends on us. So that's why what we are trying at AI Hub, like include everyone who's going to be part of this feature, include all the talents, like be responsible why while we are building AI, because you can go as fast as you can, but also we need to build those safe guardrails, like build balance and check while we are implementing AI tools. So otherwise, it's gonna be the feature that we don't want to be part of it. So like that's kind of the biggest goal for me to make Florida AI hub, but in a responsible way, in a Miami way.
You've worked closely with the developer community. From your perspective, what's the untapped potential for AI developers right now?
So AI developers have lots of opportunities, but also they are a little bit afraid of what is coming, right? So because now everyone can be a builder, like through tools like Cursor, through tools like Windsurf, Lovable, like Bolt. Everyone, like through vibe coding, you can build like anything you want. Or with now ChatGPT 5, like you can easily go from prompt to product for for some services, for like some custom tools, custom apps. But I believe the opposite of that is also a chance and opportunity for developers as well. So, like most of the time, people think there's a disconnection between the users and the developers. So that's why we need product managers. That's why we need, all the organizations. But now with the help of AI and the tools, the new tools, developer can understand the user more. So they can be also like advance their soft skills, like and use these tools to understand the customer feedback better. So maybe they don't need large teams to understand that needs and build the tool right away. So now we see a lot of multi-agent frameworks. Developer are kind of like scratching the surface of agentic framework right now. But just like Sam Altman said, like we can see one person, $1 billion companies. And that's a huge chance for developers. So people usually think these these naive tools like Cursor, Lovable, so they give a chance to everyone to be a builder, to be a developer. But the same chance is happening for developers to understand the customer more and build better products and scale them easily with kind of AI agent armies.
When you look at the AI landscape in Miami today, what's the shared vision among key players for where it's heading?
So the key vision is adoption of AI should be the thing for Miami and the Florida people because the layers here. So I believe every AI hub, every city, like every tech hub, they have their own strengths and they should focus, they should understand those opportunities and the obstacles then act according to that, right? So for the key players here, like most of the people see Miami as a hub for AI adoption or the AI applications because Miami really is very good at the consumer apps or tools that consumer face it. So it's gonna be happen for AI as well. So the shared vision is focus on our strengths and understand our weaknesses and then create this AI strategy and also inclusive AI strategy according to those analysis.
You've got the Miami AI Summit coming up. What should attendees be most excited about this year?
That's we are so excited for these events. That's for sure. And this is only like one of the things we do. Like after this partnership, we launch a lot of new AI initiatives, and Miami AI Summit is one of them. So we have also the monthly gatherings that happens every month, and we usually declare a theme for that events, like AI in healthcare, AI in robotics, AI in e-commerce. And Miami AI Summit is kind of like combination all of these themed events. So we have keynote speakers, we have panels in this vertical specific topics, and then also we have workshops at the AI Summit, which is kind of my favorite part because we're not just talking about AI. We have also opportunity to show people how they can use AI like in real time while they're the part of this event on December 3rd, which is also good coincidence. How today it's my birthday too. So like it's gonna be big celebration.
Oh, Are you gonna get like a huge cake,
I
like a
I don't
20,000
know.
person
I don't
cake?
know, but but the sold out events with the smiley faces, that will be a great gift for my birthday. So
That's
so
amazing.
for the attendees, like they can expect a lot of things. So we have it's not public yet, but I would say it here. So we have great keynote speakers like Clem, the founder of Hugging Face, Katie Woods from Ark Investment, a lot of VPs and like C levels from the big tech companies and also local and global AI startups. So, but the most exciting part for me on those workshops, so they will have a chance to ask the questions, the builder of the most favorite tools they use, like tools they use. I think that's a great opportunity for the attendees.
Amazing. Well, thanks for spilling the tea here about who's coming. That's awesome. I want to ask a little bit about AI education now, which is a huge topic. How is the Miami AI School shaping talent development, and what makes your approach unique?
So thank you for that question. So we started Miami AI School based on the insight that we got from the surveys we did for the last couple of years. So we did the survey with small business owners, startup founders, like with students. So they all want to integrate AI to their business operations. But the two biggest problem they have right now. First, there are a lot of videos like online platforms or like schools on internet or in person, but they don't know where to start. So it's kind of they see there are a lot of resources, but they need a roadmap to start from somewhere. I think that's the biggest problem here. And the second one, these small business owners or startup founders or enterprise like tech execs, they buy a lot of AI tools. They subscribes to a lot of them as well. But after a month, it's becoming like irrelevant. Or like they even forget that they subscribe for those tools because everyone claims they are the magic, but like some of them are just, market hype or good marketing. So at Miami AI School, we are trying to fix these two problems, right? So it's a 3 months program. It starts and it has three phases. The first phase is more about prompt engineering or custom GPTs, a little bit automation, but it's going to help non-technical small business owners and startup founders to understand AI better and use in a better way. And the second phase is a little bit more technical. It's about frameworks and also more focus on the automations because just like I said, there is a dream of one person, $1 billion company. But to to get there, we should start somewhere. And there are a lot of opportunities for small business owners to automate their operations in marketing, sales through the tools like N8N, like or Make.com or like Zapier. So it's gonna help them a lot. And the third phase is all about AI agents because we really think that's gonna change how we operate our businesses and our even personal lives. And there are tools on this 3 months program that we recommend to the small business owners based on their needs. There will be a recommended list of tools that will help them in a long way and also short term as well. So we are so excited for this. It's gonna start on September 3rd, the first cohort, but it's gonna continue throughout the year for the upcoming cohorts as well. So we already have over like hundreds of people uh, joining the first one.
That's so cool. Um, you often talk about sort of different layers of an AI ecosystem. Can you kind of break down what those layers are and why each is essential for adoption?
There are three layers of AI, right? So the infrastructure layer, application layer, and the adoption layer. So for the infrastructure layer, it's so hard to compete on that. Like you see all these large language models, and people are spending billions of dollars, like companies are spending billions of dollars to build their own models, and it's hard to compete with that layer. So I see the opportunity for Miami specifically on the adoption layer and application layer, because you don't have to build your own model. There are also open source models that you can tweak. You can use your own data set, or I think Anthropic showed this case like really good. Like you don't have to build the best model maybe, but you can be creative on the application layer and that make that tool more useful. Like they introduce MCPs. Now MCPs are kind of changing the whole ecosystem. It already changed for most of the cases. But also there are different layers as well, right? So in this AI ecosystem, and these layers are talent, infrastructure, capital, community, like policy and governance. So each layer reinforces the others. And then without talent, like capital has nowhere to go, right? Without capital, there is no infrastructure. So we should operate and like orchestrate all these layers in a great harmony, and then we can faster, like we can make the adoption faster for all the ecosystems.
Now, Agentic AI is gaining attention. In your view, what sets it apart from earlier AI capabilities, and where might we see it applied first?
This is a great question too. Like earlier AI was a little bit reactive, right? So the chatbots, how chatbot works, like you put your input, then you get output. You ask questions, you get answers. And then thanks to like agentic framework, so now AI can take actions as well. And it's not only reactive, but also it can be a proactive tool as well. So it can plan the action, it can suggest you actions, and through this autonomy that it has, it can build all the things while you are sleeping, right? Or like while you're having your personal time, your AI agents can work for you, and you can maybe focus on more important stuff. And I think the first use cases that we see in for the agentic framework, I think marketing and sales, I see a lot of applications on these two sides. Probably it ha- it has like more benefits on the revenue, I guess. That's, and I see
Yeah.
tons of use cases, but when these AI agents like became more common to use, I believe the real intelligence and like the artificial intelligence is gonna be kind of blur, because like how we learn, imagine when you were a baby, like you're not learning with tests, right? So you're not learning with letters. Most of the most of the learning coming from the voice, or like you hear other people, or you learn from what you see. And these AI models are becoming multimodal. And then with agentic framework, these models are gonna learn more, learn faster. And then the line between the real intelligence, human intelligence, and the artificial intelligence is gonna be a little bit more
Yeah.
blur.
Yeah. I want to thank you so much for coming on the show today. I want to wish you the most amazing success on December 3rd at the summit, which is also your birthday. So happy birthday in advance. For
Thank you
everybody
so much.
watching, this was Burhan Sebin. I am Heather McGuigan. I am your host for Intel on AI. And thanks for watching. Bye.
Visit intel.com/AI to learn more.